Welcome to the StriveScan College Launchpad. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today to share more about their school and their business program. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Christy, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening this week, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/launch. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Clarkson University.
All right, now that I'm unmuted, I'm ready to roll. My name is Sue Bynum, and I represent Clarkson University. Clarkson is in the beautiful college town of Potsdam in northern New York. It's about 20 miles from the Canadian border, an hour south of Ottawa, and about 2.5 hours north of Syracuse. I'm actually a Clarkson alum. I now live actually in the San Francisco area, and after working in industry for many years, I now work with admissions to promote interest in Clarkson with high school students and counselors. I think Clarkson is really a great option for students interested in engineering, technology, business, and other career-focused programs, but looking for a smaller, more supportive environment. Clarkson only has about 3,000 undergraduate and about 1,000 grad students with a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Students apply to the university, not a specific school or major, and none of Clarkson's programs are impacted or limited. This really builds a cooperative, supportive academic environment and provides more flexibility for students to customize their programs or change majors. I will actually share more detail on our business programs on the next slide, but I did want to share that about half of our students actually pursue one of 8 engineering majors in the School of Engineering. We also offer 12 engineering minors and concentrations. Our School of Arts and Science offers a wide range of programs, including computer science, biomolecular science, digital arts and science, and biology is a popular major, as many of those students also enroll in our pre-health professional tracks as part of our new School of Health Science. This slide really highlights all the majors offered by our Ray School of Business. Our undergraduate business programs are really designed in partnership with industry leaders, and each of our undergraduate programs blends 2 or more disciplines to build a highly effective and dynamic degree. Our programs include global supply chain, business analytics, and innovation entrepreneurship, and students can also do a business minor as well. I also like to highlight and mention our engineering and management major. It's an interdisciplinary program accredited as both engineering and business major. These engineering and management majors are hardly sought by employers that come to Clarkson. All of our majors require an internship, co-op, or research project, as we want students to get hands-on experience in their field of studies. This slide really highlights many of the companies Clarkson partners with for internship and co-op positions. We certainly even encourage students to talk to faculty about research opportunities, even as freshmen. Clarkson hosts over 200 companies twice a year at our career fairs, where students can talk to business representatives about both internship and full-time positions. They come all the way to Potsdam to talk to our students, so it's quite an event. You just use this slide to really highlight our Shipley Center for Innovation. It's really a focal point for entrepreneurship, and Clarkson Ignite program serves the entire community as an innovation ecosystem that connects students to faculty, staff, alums, and community leaders to foster a hands-on and creative experience. I want to share about our student life at Clarkson. Clarkson first offers 55 study abroad programs in 28 countries around the world. You can check our International Center on the Clarkson website for more information. Being in Northern New York, we're a big hockey school with both men and women Division I hockey teams, and home hockey games are always a big event on campus. We have 9 Division III sports for both men and women, including basketball, swimming, lacrosse, alpine, and Nordic skiing. Clarkson has over 200 clubs, intramural sports, and tons of activity. Our biggest club is the Outing Club that coordinates outdoor activities. Almost 90% of the students stay on campus all 4 years, and about 15% of the students are involved in Greek life. I also like to highlight our SPEED programs with 12 different projects students can participate in to design, build, and compete. You can see the full list on this slide. It's a great way to get hands-on experience with exposure to fun technology, and we have a huge facility on campus to support these programs. This slide talks a little bit about admissions information. Our acceptance rate is actually 66% with an average 3.6 GPA. Standardized tests are again optional for fall 2023, but incoming students on average have an SAT of about 1240 and an ACT of 27. Clarkson offers both need-based aid through FAFSA submission as well as merit aid based on the student's application information. 95% of students receive financial aid, and the actual tuition can be very competitive with state schools. You can apply on the Common App or directly on the Clarkson website where the application fee is waived. Lastly, placement rate for Clarkson graduates is 97% with an average starting salary of over $64,000 and a great working their job. I like to highlight that 1 of every 5 Clarkson graduates is the CEO, president, senior executive, or owner of a company. This last slide just has my contact information with more information about virtual tours and Clarkson YouTube channel. And I'll also post that in the chat. Thank you so much. And I'm going to pass it on to, I believe it's LeMoyne next.
Thank you. Yes. Next, we will have LeMoyne College.
Hi, my name is Steve Knights from LeMoyne College Admissions Office, and I'm very happy to be with us here tonight to talk about LeMoyne and our business programs that are some of our most popular majors at LeMoyne. LeMoyne is located right in the center of New York State, in the city of Syracuse. We're in a very nice residential suburban area of Syracuse, about 3 miles away from downtown Syracuse, about that far away from Syracuse University. Central New York and Syracuse is really a vibrant and exciting place to live and to go to college. We have about 24 different colleges and universities within an hour's radius of Syracuse. So there's so much going on that's available for students that are in college, socially, culturally, as well as being able to be involved with internships and other practical experiences. Syracuse is a smaller metropolitan area, and so it's really easy to take advantage of life in Syracuse, whether it's in the vibrant downtown area, whether it's in skiing that's within 20 miles of campus. The Great New York State Fair is held in Syracuse every year, as well as at the foothills and the entrance to the Adirondack Mountains. So much is available for our students on campus, but also directly right off campus. LeMoyne is one of 28 Jesuit colleges and universities, meaning that we were founded by the Jesuit Order of Catholic Priests. Other Jesuit schools are Boston College, Holy Cross, Fordham, Canisius, also in New York State. So LeMoyne lives by the values of Jesuit education, which is teaching the whole person with an understanding within every academic area that we want to give great preparation for jobs and careers initially after graduation. But we're looking at an education that's going to last a lifetime, one where you have the skills to continue to learn, to continue to progress with whatever career that you choose to go into, whether it's a career that you've identified today as a high school student, a career that you identify while you're in college, but also using an education after college and having the foundational courses and preparation to be successful throughout your career. So an education that will last a lifetime. Jesuit education is also an education that has the highest values of being service for others. So whether it's service in service activities in underserved populations, or it could be service for others in the workplace or in your community or even in your family. So Jesuit education is renowned throughout the United States as having a highly effective and a lifetime education. LeMoyne is about 2,700 undergraduate students, and we're one of the few Jesuit schools that really focuses in on undergraduate education. Average class size, not that much different than most students' high schools, with about 20 students in a class, with great opportunities for hands-on education in every one of our majors. Majors are across our College of Arts and Sciences, the Purcell School of Professional Studies, as well as the Madden School of Business. Over 90% of our faculty have their PhDs or terminal degrees, which is really important as we talk about business, because we have a wide variety of business majors, but outstanding faculty that have been practitioners. They've worked in business as well as being outstanding teachers. They've come to LeMoyne to teach business. I think one of the most important aspects of all the business programs at LeMoyne is that they start off with pretty much the same classes as a freshman. So as you see, we have majors in accounting, finance, marketing, business analytics, information systems, risk management, human resource management, and management and leadership, along with some unique minors in sports management and health information systems. But all those areas are going to start with the same classes. So you don't really need to identify as a incoming student the specific area that you're interested in, because you're going to develop that with faculty mentor through taking courses in a variety of courses before you're going to be asked to identify what your major is going to be. LeMoyne also has some great practical opportunities, like our community of entrepreneurs, innovators, and creatives. LeMoyne has a Fast Start Business Accelerator, where students are engaged with research, with marketing, with helping businesses get started. And finally, about our business program, we are AACSB accredited, which means that we have the highest accreditation, which not only encompasses our business program, but most importantly, it encompasses our business faculty. LeMoyne has outstanding student life, being a small school, but on a good-sized college campus. We have over 80 different clubs and organizations, Division II athletics in 21 different sports, and a very vibrant visual and performing arts program. LeMoyne offers outstanding opportunities through admissions. We accept the common application, as well as when we decide applications, we are reviewing you for academic merit scholarships as well. So again, we're glad to have been part of tonight's discussion, and look forward to hearing more from other schools and your questions.
Thank you. Next, we will have Wagner College.
Thank you so much. So welcome. So I am the representative from Wagner College. My name is Skylar, and I am the admission counselor in Northern New Jersey, as well as part of Staten Island, but obviously work with all students. So just a few fast facts about Wagner College. So we're one of 5 boroughs in New York City, about 105-acre campus, very walkable. You can walk from one side to the other in about 5 minutes. We have about 1,700 undergraduate students and about 300 to 400 graduate students. We have students from 45 states and 29 countries. So even though we are a small school, you will meet students from all over the country and all over the world, which is really nice to get that full college experience. 70% of our students do live on campus. So we're not considered a backpack school or a commuter school, even though we do have a commuter population and clubs and organizations to support them. But most of our students do live on campus. We have about a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, about 19 to 22 students per class. I like to say they are discussion-based courses. You're not going to sit in large lecture style halls and be spoken at for an hour and a half. You really are engaged in your classrooms, which is a really nice bonus if you do like that. 40+ majors and minors. Most popular would be business, biological sciences, psychology. Most competitive are theater performance and physician assistant program, which is a 5-year bachelor's master's program. And so the business administration major here at Wagner, it's a Bachelor of Arts major, and we have 4 different concentrations. So accounting, finance, marketing, management. I just wanted to show some of our students at their internships, which I will touch upon in a minute. So some of our students at PricewaterhouseCoopers, and that is one of our recent graduates, Graham, who did his last internship at NASA. He was a business student, and students used to ask him when we used to have him on panels, how many internships did you have? So in total, he had 7 internships while he was at Wagner, which is a really great opportunity for him. And now we have that connection within our own school. So Wagner is really supportive of our business administration students and our students overall. So we offer, I would say, 3 different options for students to really get involved in the business world. So we have something called career conversations, which we just previously had the other day. And so we bus our students to our university club in New York City, and we have about 300 guests there where they meet with different companies and they network. We print out business cards and name tags to really get engaged and try to network and just build connections. We also offer mock interviews, and we also offer a business etiquette dinner, which is essentially when students go to our cafeteria and learn how to eat in a business setting. And so internships. So every student at Wagner, no matter what major you are, participates in an internship or something similar. And this is really important at Wagner because we really feel that you gain a lot of experience, a lot of hands-on experience that make you more employable as you go into the workforce, and also just to build your skills, build your confidence, and things of that nature. So I just wanted to list a few here that our students have participated in. Obviously, this is not all of them, but just to give some of the students some ideas. So Verizon, Citibank, Northwell Health, the NBA, MLB, Goldman Sachs, PricewaterhouseCoopers, like I showed you before. So really different. I was actually a psychology major here, and I did my internship at a local high school, but our students have done internships many places. So a little bit about our campus life. So we have about 70 plus student clubs and organizations. It is really easy to start a club at Wagner. 2 years ago, some of our students started the cosmetology club. They got together and decided this was one of their interests, found a faculty advisor, and they started a club. We also do have Division I athletics. Greek life is here if you want it. About 10 to 50% of our students do participate in Greek life. So again, here if you want it, you don't feel any less part of the campus community if you don't participate in it. We also have 3-day performances, and we are the #3 theater school according to Princeton Review. Our theater performances are really fun and engaging, and the community really comes out and supports. And also we're really close to New York City. You can be in downtown Manhattan within 40 minutes, and we have a free shuttle that takes you from the campus to the Staten Island ferry. Both are free, and the shuttle leaves from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. and the ferry runs 24 hours. So just a little bit about admissions and deadlines. So at Wagner, we are a test optional school except for the physician assistant program. We have an early action deadline, which is December 1st, which is also for PA, theater performance, and TTM. Our average GPA is about a 3.5, but we look at everything holistically. So don't get dead set on that number. We have students, accepted students with below and higher than that. And then we have a rolling or regular decision, which is February 15th as well. And one of our most important things, financial aid and scholarships. So we are a private school, so our tuition is about $48,000 per year. And so we do offer merit scholarships, athletic scholarships, theater scholarships, design tech management scholarships, music, and esports. Esports is a collegiate gaming. We offer merit scholarships up to $28,000 per year. FAFSA deadline, we encourage all our students to fill that out. The deadline, priority deadline is around January 15th, but I know it opens out in October. And more than 90% of our students do receive financial aid assistance. And lastly, this is just my contact information in case you want to get in touch with me. I will also drop that in the chat, but thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Next, we will have Binghamton University.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tanya Barajas. My pronouns are she and her, and ella. And I'm from Binghamton University. Binghamton is part of SUNY system, State University of New York. It's the largest system of public higher education in the country with 64 different campuses, 4 of which are research institutions. So of those 4, and actually of the whole SUNY system, Binghamton is considered the #1 public research, the #1 SUNY. Some of the different metrics that go into that are top high retention rates, graduation rates, and really good outcomes for our students. So highlighting the School of Management, just jumping right into some of the things that you can expect from curriculum. We do have 2 areas that you can go into. You can go into Bachelor of Science in Accounting or a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. Within Business Administration, there are career tracks in entrepreneurship, finance and quantitative finance, marketing, management, information systems, and supply chain management. So you've heard a lot about supply chain management in the news recently. I think that's grown a lot more in popularity. What's nice about being a part of SUNY is that as a student, you're going to have access to all the study abroad programs within the SUNY system. So that's over 1,000 different programs that you could access. Something that a lot of our business students like to do, especially those that are pursuing international business, they might do a business administration major with a global studies minor, and maybe in their junior year sometime, they might study abroad and explore what that business world looks like in other countries. We do emphasize a lot of experiential learning opportunities, so you can do that in a few different ways. One is through case competitions. These are competitions that are sponsored by particular companies. They're a great way to get in front of those companies, show them what you can do, work with the team, also have some fun while you're at it. So we have a few here, just some notable sponsors are PricewaterhouseCoopers, who's working with another college here tonight, also J-Corps, Ernst & Young, TechX, just to name a few. We also have hands-on courses in areas like cybersecurity, Zion research. You can do research in any major. You can also do research in business administration as well as accounting. And then also additional opportunities for learning. So for example, we have an investment fund. These are real dollars that students can use to invest in the stock market. We have our innovation lab. This is a space where students get together for some really outside of the box thinking to solve some of the world's problems. And also we have honors programs, PwC scholars, and over 25 different student organizations that you can get involved with. In an upcoming slide, you'll see a little bit more of that. So university-wide, we do have a career center that all students can utilize. But what's nice about the School of Management within Binghamton is that they also have a career center just for the School of Management as well. So this is an area that is going to help you with selecting and applying to internship programs, selecting and applying to work opportunities, connecting you with recent alumni. We have a little over 130 for, actually over 140 now, 140,000 alumni around the US and around the globe who are excited and engaged to be in contact with our recent graduates and current students here at Binghamton University. So they may come back for speaking engagements or take part in one-on-one mentorships. And we certainly do have many who come back to campus to recruit. Every year, we welcome a little over 1,800 employers and recruiters to our campus in person and online. They know the quality of the education that we have at Binghamton, the caliber of our students, so they're really excited to come out and meet our students and network with them. So with regards to outcomes, this data is coming from our student surveys. We have a really strong response on our student survey that tells us where students are going after they graduate. So of those who are entering the workforce and those that have graduated from School of Management at Binghamton University, about 95% are placed in a position 6 months after graduation with an average starting salary of around $66,000. We also have a lot of students who will go on to graduate school, and many who might stay on for an accelerated degree program. We do offer an accelerated MBA program as well. So our graduates, they do very well. You probably notice a lot of famous brands here. These are places where students have gone on to do internships or to work after they have graduated. What's nice about our career services is that this is a resource that you'll have access to even as an alum. So let's say 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, you feel like, I think I'm ready for a career change. You can always come back to Binghamton. We'll help you to think about those next steps. So with regards to all the student organizations, things that you can get involved with, you can get involved with Accounting Association, Binghamton Business Fashion Society. I think there's a lot of students who ask about fashion, the Information Systems Club, Management Consulting, just to name a few. So very briefly, if I may, Christy, just talk 30 seconds, or should we move on? I can. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Well, if you have questions about how to apply, feel free to take a snapshot of the screen, and then I'll also drop my information in the chat. So I think coming next, we have a colleague from Pace University.
Yes, thank you so much. And yes, Pace University.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rolando Ignace. I'm a admissions counselor based on the New York City campus of Pace. Okay, I'll just do it like this. Can everybody see it like this? Okay. So at Pace, we have 6 colleges and schools, which include our Lubin School of Business, which is dual accreditation in AACSB in both business and accounting. Lubin School of Business has majors programs in marketing, business, finance, and also all students who are, no matter which major you choose, all students will have to take between 44 to 55 credits in our Dyson College of Arts and Sciences, and a few credits in a Seidenberg School of Computer Science, as we believe it will entail our students on being well-rounded, which employers love. We have 2 campuses, which are completely different. Downtown Manhattan, New York City campus, which is in the financial district near the Brooklyn Bridge and City Hall, and also near the World Trade Center. And we have our Westchester campus on Pleasantville, which is a more traditional 200-acre campus, home to our D2 athletics. All students, regardless of what your major in, will have a customized educational experience called the PACE Path, which will allow them to work with mentors and advisors to create a plan for their 4 years at PACE, which can include global study, internship, case study research, and much more. These are the majors that we have at PACE. As you can see, we have a broad range of majors, minors, and also combined degree programs, which save you time and money as you are able to get your bachelor's and master's in a 5-year span. At Pace, we are very much incorporated when it comes to allowing our students to apply theory to practice, as we give practical experience through internships, fieldwork, and contact with today's top executives and entrepreneurs to learn how it's done. Just last year, we had our students join over 8,900 internship, co-ops, practicums, field experiences, and clinicals. This shows as to how PACE wants to give our students hands-on and real-world experiences, especially in today's market where companies are looking for students who graduate with experience in mind. These are some of our active learning classrooms, which simulates real-world environments where our students will be going into working in the field, such as our Bloomberg terminal labs, case study classrooms, Deloitte Room for Accounting, Entrepreneurship Lab, dedicated spaces for student organizations, as we have world-class business facilities on both of our campuses. Just last year, we averaged around 26,000 of merit scholarships to our students. As a private institution, which tuition is around 47,000. This is a big chunk of money that we offer to our students, which is separate from the FAFSA. Also, no matter which major you choose, your average class size will be 20 students. So you'll always have that personal one-on-one experience with your professors, and you'll never need to speak with a TA in order to get through to the professor as well. And this is the end. This is my contact information. If you would like to snapshot this, and also if you want more information about PACE, you could visit us as well. We have special interest towards just about business programs on our campus. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. And if you wouldn't mind turning on your video, we are now going to move into the Q&A part. And if everyone could just answer in the order that they presented tonight. Our first question will be, what's one thing you want students to remember about your business program?
Sorry, it took a minute to find the mute button. I think Clarkson's business program really wanted to highlight the fact that the program and curriculums have really been developed with industry, in partnership with industry. So it's really very targeted to what employers are looking for. And also our Career Center has just been a real asset for Clarkson graduates in terms of making sure that they're finding positions in their field of study, and certainly as well that requirement to have an internship or research project or co-op as part of their major is something that really makes sure they're getting some hands-on experience and some experience in industry as well. I'll pass it on to the next one.
At LeMoyne College, one of the things that I think is really important is that students will start off with the same courses no matter what area of business that they'd like to go into. So there's a great opportunity for you to discover what your interests are. And not feel like you need to know what they are before you get to LeMoyne. And on top of that, that there certainly are areas perhaps that you might not be familiar with. Certainly an area like marketing or finance or accounting are areas that are very much understood, but an area like risk management and insurance is really an exciting major for students that are interested in utilizing data. Management and leadership gives you great opportunities to get into entrepreneurial studies and have a broad background that you might combine with minors in other majors, whether pre-professional majors like communications or cybersecurity, or liberal arts areas like English, history, or political science.
One thing to remember about the Wagner Business Program is you will have a lot of support. We really dedicate a lot of time to our students. We really want you to succeed. So our career services sends out a bi-weekly internship list based on majors. Being so close to the city gives you a lot of flexibility as far as what internships you can partake in. And we are really one big family, so you'll never have to feel like you are lost or have no support.
A cool aspect of Binghamton, which I didn't get to in the presentation, is that we have an incubator. It's called the Kaufman Incubator. So if you have an entrepreneurial spirit and you're interested in perhaps starting a business, this is dedicated space. It has wet lab, dry lab, and also ways for you to interact with students from other majors. It's not exclusive to just School of Management. So it's a really great resource that provides funding and support for students who are interested in possibly getting an idea off the ground into a business.
At PACE, with our business students, we really believe in having hands-on experiences for our students while they're studying. It allows them to apply their theory of what they're learning in the classroom to practice, and allows them to, network with the places that they are interning for, with their professors that they're doing research and publications with as well. So I believe that, PACE in terms of business and in the area that we are in downtown Manhattan in the financial districts really helped us allow our business students to, reach a great plateau of opportunities.
Thank you all. Our next question, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I'm actually in California, and I think for California students, the message is, and I think it actually applies to students in other states as well, is that, don't limit yourself to looking at schools that are in your state or maybe even state colleges, although there are great state colleges and even on this call, but, broaden your horizons a little bit and do look at private colleges. You can see some other opportunities in terms of financial aid that maybe you hadn't considered. So don't be afraid to look either out of state and or at private universities, as other opportunities might be a good fit for you as well.
I think a piece that I would always recommend to students is don't feel like you need to know what your major is as a high school junior or even as a high school senior. There's wonderful opportunities for you to explore and identify not only your interests, but to try to discover what your passion is. And at LeMoyne, we have a wonderful advisement program of faculty. They're all faculty advisors within your academic programs that help you to discover what your interests are, encourage you to take new experiences in coursework, plan ahead in doing things like study abroad or doing internships, and being ready for graduation and next steps after LeMoyne. So don't feel like you need to know too quickly because that's a big part of what's going to happen, especially at a college like LeMoyne.
I think the one piece of advice for students is always to visit schools, no matter what school you're looking at. It's really important to get on campus, to feel the campus, to feel like if you like it. I think students can really benefit that. I always tell students, it's really, whether you come to my school or one of the schools that are here, it's about you being happy. So definitely step on campus, get the feel, meet different types of people, and see if you really want to spend the next 4 years or plus there.
I would say that what's nice about the college search process is that it's more than just searching for colleges. You're really thinking deeply about what your values are and finding those campuses that align with your values. And sometimes it's not just about having that undergraduate major that you're looking for, but also other offices. Maybe it's an office that serves students that with disabilities or LGBTQ presence on campus, or perhaps having multicultural resources on campus. So really thinking along the full experience that you want to have in your future college experience, your future college campus, and is going to help you with creating that list and deciding where you'd want to visit and perhaps want to go in the future.
I would definitely second what Skylar said about visiting a campus, as you actually get a feel for what the atmosphere and the environment is like. To even go further, I will also call the university and try to get in contact with alumni and current students and see what experiences they're going through on the campuses as well. I believe, a lot of times, we could sell you that, we have the perfect university, but, it comes down to our students and knowing what they experienced and how our university served them as an education.
Thank you. And our last question for tonight, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
Probably the first thing that comes to mind is that the colleges with the most selective admissions process are not necessarily the best university for you. A lot of students focus on a very small list of very prestigious schools, which are great, but may not be the right fit for you as an individual. So again, don't be swayed by trying to limit yourself to a list of very fancy, expensive, or exclusive selective schools, but look outside of that and consider other schools that might be a better fit for you.
A myth in the admissions and enrollment process that I like to debunk is the idea of costs, that LeMoyne and many other colleges will offer very aggressive scholarship opportunities based on admission materials, but also need-based aid based on financial aid applications. So, being able to look at a college for the best fit and looking at maybe a little bit broader sense of schools as you get started and not considering costs too quickly is really an important part of the process, because I think many families will be surprised to identify how many financial aid resources are available from a college, from the state, as well as the federal government.
I would also like to reiterate what Steve said. I do really agree that sometimes people feel that private schools or really expensive schools are not going to be affordable. There are many resources, different schools have different programs, but also as far as the admissions process, don't always focus so heavily on your grades. We do look at other things. Obviously, students, have to do well in school, but don't get so hung up on, wow, if I don't get an A, I'm not going to get in this school, because we look at a lot of other things when we look at your application and we look at your letter of recommendation, personal statement, extracurriculars, and we really try to look at students as a whole.
I would say feel confident reaching out to admissions counselors, just like everybody you see here on the presentation. We're here for you, and you're entitled to ask as many questions of us as you like on as many platforms as you like, because not only are we accessible via email, but we can have a phone conversation, we can have a Zoom conversation, and I'm sure everybody here has multiple forms of social media. So you are entitled to ask those questions and to get what you need to make informed decisions.
Myth I would definitely like to debunk is definitely of getting all A's, especially when it comes to high school, college transcripts. A lot of students, a lot of times, they put a lot of stress and pressure on themselves when it comes to achieving the highest grades as possible. And even though it is good, but you can't deny the fact that it does create overall stressful environment for those around them as well. If I believe, just go into it, trying to have as much fun as possible, and it is, and enjoy the experience.
Thank you all. And thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-minute survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check the schedule on the website and sign up for more sessions that are happening this week, including our May programming. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/launch. Thank you.